Hello and welcome here on YouTube. My name is Lisbeth and I'm a Danish abstract mixed media artist who also likes to do stitching and other things. Today I am in the mood for making a fabric collage, and I will put a link below in the description box for you to another fabric collage I have made approximately the same way as I probably will do this one, but yeah, we will see. I have a friend who makes big art quilts, and she prints all her fabrics she uses in her quilts herself. She dyes and she do deconstructing and she discharged and she do all other kinds of techniques on her fabrics. And one day I asked her what she did with all her small leftovers, because it is big quilts she makes. And she didn't use the bits and sometimes she throws them out. So I asked her if I could use them, since I only use mostly small pieces because I work small. And that was fine with her. So last time I saw her, she gave me a bag with a stack of small pieces of all kinds of fabrics she has made. And I think I'm a lucky person. It is gold for me. And she probably just would have put them in the bin. So it is some of those fabrics I will use today in this fabric collage. But I will clear my table so we can start. Besides her fabrics, I also have some of my own. I think fits color-wise, and I have this piece of wax paper also, and this cheesecloth dyed and some ice dyed leftovers. So I will see what I will use of it. But for substrate I like to use a heavy felt, and I have cut a piece that is 20 by 20 centimeters. I like squares. That everybody who follows me knows I like squares, and I think 20 by 20 centimeter is a nice size to work on, especially if you're filming. That is a nice size, and I like the size. It is manageable for me. So it doesn't matter what color the felt is, and it isn't wool felt. I think it is some polyester something. It hasn't been near sheep at all this here, but I don't mind. I like to stitch in it, so that's fine. Yeah, these are some of her fabrics I have taken from the pile, and there's also, I think it is a little funny. If she means this is a small piece, I don't want to know what her big pieces is, but I will take a piece of this here and cut it or tear it. I really like the torn edges, so yeah. So I also have this piece here. So I think they are color-wise colors I like, and this piece here gives it a little, and I like that. So yeah, there isn't a big difference between making a collage in paper and making a collage in fabric. It is only when you're starting to adhere the elements to the substrate it is different, because you could just glue everything down here, but I think it needs stitching. And when you're doing paper, you mostly glue them down. But then again, there I also like to do just a little stitching. Yeah, but some of the things I'm thinking about when I'm doing it is the same. Thinking about shapes and sizes and contrast, and that is the same if you're doing it with fabric or you're doing it with paper. In the way I work, it is start to build up a collage, and I can see I should have ironed this piece, but perhaps I will only use this, and I won't cut them before I know how much of the different pieces of fabric I will use, because you can let it be as it is, but perhaps you end up with 3, 4, 5 layers of fabric, and that isn't so nice to sew through all these layers. 2, 3 layers is fine, but I will start to put this here, and perhaps this, I think I will cut this as a square. Most of the thing I do is squares and rectangles or strips, and I seldom do curvy things with yeah, whatever it is, fabric or it is paper. But that's just my taste. You could of course do it like you would do it. But let us build and make audition and see what I like and don't like. That's a ribbon from somewhere. I can't quite remember where. Yeah, something like this could be fine, but I also think I have this piece here, but I don't think that fits here, and I don't know if this one can tear, but I can try. Put your fingers in your ears if yeah, it could. Some gold. Perhaps like this. Oh, yeah, I can try to. If I wasn't filming right now, I would take my phone who's sitting up there and take a picture of it so I can remember this is what this one looks like. But I think I will try to change this piece here, perhaps with this piece. There's a little more color difference between, so I perhaps think this is better. And this is also a strip going all the way over, and perhaps it is better with another one there like this. This is a very big piece, and I also have this here, this lovely thing with frayed edges. I can try to cut a strip. You can't tear this, then it will go to pieces. This is the most exciting part, I think, this composition here, doing what it ends up with. You never know. That is its exciting thing. Oops. All these long threads. Perhaps it is better to attack the biggest piece down here, because this is a big piece. Like this, and then the strip over here. Yeah, that is one option. And in fact, I quite like it. There's another thing we can do. I also have this this paper thing here. I can try a strip of that. To see if that works. It is very organic in the shape compared to all the other parts, and that is perhaps nice. Something like this. That is an option. I also have this bling bling here. Oh, that wasn't the one. Where is the... There it is. Here, like this, and perhaps we can... I can't remember if this tears, but I can try. No, it doesn't. But I like the frayed edges or torn edges here. And perhaps a little like this. And then I will have to take care so this thing isn't sitting in the middle. I don't like that. So perhaps we can... It is funny, when I'm making videos I always say we, but I'm only me here. And I am not royal or something, but yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I will try some different things here and see if I can come up with something else. I found this small piece here, and then I have a piece from a silk cloth. Perhaps I can use that there. I don't know yet. I also have this kind of strange ribbon. It is like a harmonica. And that could perhaps also sit there. I don't know. I have this stick. Yeah, that looks nice. Oh, there are so many options. But I think this is the last thing I would put on, so that I think I will concentrate here on getting the base layer down. That will mean I have to remove these things here and concentrate on this here. So let us see here. I would cut this here and remove that, and then put this strip here like this, and that overlap a little. I can always cut the edges clean afterwards, but something like this. So I think I will take my glue stick and just give it a little dab of glue. so I know that this is in place like this. Yeah, and I do the same with this here. Like this. And then I will take a strip of this, and I think I can remove this here. Sorry, I didn't warn you. And I think this was here. Like this, and there was this piece here. Let us see. I'll have to go up there and like there. If I put it all the way over there, I don't know. There this was. And there this was. And there this was. Perhaps it looks a little funny with this there. I think so. That's a little sad because I really like those edges there. Perhaps we can put them up there instead. Let us see if that works better. Yeah, I think that is better. And this and this and this. I will glue the pieces down and let you see the finished base layer. Before I start the embroidery on the piece, I will secure these pieces or base them down on the felts. And I have just taken some ordinary sewing machine sewing thread. Holy Moses, that was hard to say. And I think this color could go on all the pieces. So the thing, I have made it you all want to see. I have made a knot because I don't mind knots here on the felt because you can't see it. It will disappear up into the felt. So I made the tiniest, smallest stitch I can here on the front. It is running stitches, and then I go up a centimeter away, so close to the edge as I can. And I can feel the edge here with my pointy finger. I don't know what it's called. And again, the smallest stitch you can manage to do, a centimeter away, come up, and the smallest stitch you can do. And I will do that all the way around the piece here. You can see they are so small you can hardly see them, the stitches. I will do that all the way around, and if there are places I think will fall off, I will also do it. But I will take it part by part because I don't know yet what I will embroider where, and perhaps I will embroider something that goes over there. Then I don't have to do this basting like I'm doing here, but I will do it all the way around. So I have been all the way around and to the last stitch here. And the nice thing about sewing on this felt here is you can just stick your needle in it, not all the way through, but inside it, and then you can cut it. And then I will remove my needle, and you can take your rotary wheel or a scissor and cut the edges clean. And it is easier to see the composition when your edges are clean. And don't cut in the felt itself. Sometimes you have to cut twice. Some small things. It is perhaps better with the rotary wheel. So here it is, and you can see there's a blank spot there, but that would be covered with my strips, and the other pieces are hanging on, so I don't want to sew them before I know what else is going to happen here. So this piece here is, I will just, this frays so easily, this piece here. Put this down here. I think I will remove these two here. I will just put some glue stick down here. Up here. And when the glue stick dries, it isn't a problem to put your needle through. It is like stitching in white glue or something. That isn't a problem, stitching in that. And then there's this one, and I think I will give this here and put it over like this. Yeah. I will let it sit for a little so the glue is quite dry, and then I will cut these two strips off there. I have these lovely silk threads from my past as a tapestry weaving period. I don't know about these two colors, perhaps there, but at least these two I can see fits. So the thing I want to do for a start is to make some, what is it called? Straight stitches, a row of them over there. So I will just turn it this way here, and again I have made a knot on the back side, or not on the back side but on the thread, and that just would let it be there, and then I go down here, and here isn't anything about poking holes in advance. It is just start sewing, and I really like to sew in this felt. It is so easy if you have a pointed needle. And of course, don't make your stitches too tight, because then the fabric and the felt could buckle. But don't make them too loose either, then they will be sloppy hanging. So it's lay it down sometimes and see if it lies flat. But I will do this all the way over here. You can see. Perhaps I should remove my needle like this, then you can see it. So I also made a row of these stitches there. You can see on the back side it is only small stitches there. Yeah, and when I'm looking at it now, I really don't know if I want to use this thread here, but I think I will have to try and see how it looks, and perhaps I will do a cluster here of seed stitches or cross stitches. I don't know that yet, but I have taken the darkest color, and I know I would make some small cross stitches over here. So you can see it wasn't necessary to do some invisible basting there or there, and it won't be there either. So it's the last thing I will do when I'm done with the collage. That is where there's places that isn't stitched down. I will do that invisible basting there. So, but it will be double work to do both, I think. And that's where the glue stick is handy, just to pin it down and place it down so you can see what you're doing without the small pieces of fabric tumbling around on your substrate. You could have turned it this way and make the half of the cross stitch and then go back, but I like to make them one by one instead of half a row and back. But that's just me. There isn't anything that is more correct than the one way or the other is fine, as long as you like what you're doing. That's the most important thing, to enjoy what you're doing. So I will do it all the way down. I just finished the row of cross stitches there, and I think they look nice. And to see if I like that grayish color there, I started a small cluster here of seed stitches, and I think I like it, so I will continue. And I like to do seed stitches, but I know many who don't like them because it is totally random and they go in all different directions, and some people hate that, or all their stitches end up lying like half cross stitches, but like so many other things here in life, practice is the solution to that. But I think I really like to sew them. For me it is really slow stitching when I'm doing these seed stitches here. It is just looking what you have on your fabric and let your thoughts go walk about. That is so nice, and that is the thing I love about slow stitching. All the things you can think of in your head, and yeah, or not think of, just enjoy stitching. That is nice. I really think it should be used as therapy for people who had troubles with their minds. So yeah, I think you can see what I'm doing, so I will continue. It is just up and down and up and down. This thread here is quite slippery because it is silk, but it is going through the fabric and the felt like I was stitching in butter, so I don't have to use much power to do this. So yeah. So done with the fabric collage. I had a little accident or some troubles with my filming. I think I was filming and I wasn't, so I am missing some footage. But the only thing I did was to sew this stick down, and it is couched down. So yeah, that is all I can say about that. I think there are some pictures of it. But I hope you have been inspired, and I hope you have learned something new perhaps in this video. So if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing my little Danish channel. That would be very helpful, and I would appreciate it very much. The other thing is, if you're thinking about doing something like this, please tag me. I would love to see what you are doing with your small scrap pieces of fabric. So take care, be creative. Until next time, bye bye for now. There were two things I forgot to say. One thing is I would put a link to my friend's Facebook page in the description box, so if anybody is interested, you can go and see her work. And the other thing is, my plan is to mount it on this stretched canvas here, like this. I would just glue it down, put some heavy books, so perhaps not because of the stick, but heavy glue on it, and then it is ready for the wall. Yeah, that was just that.